Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So I decided we're actually going to head up into the chapel here. We're just going to go ahead and grab some of this stuff. I already got that previously. But now that we have the bat and all, we can fly past the stupid staircase. And we got the Mystic Pendant. That is a fantastic upgrade we absolutely needed. So if you look at all these things, like the gold ring doesn't do anything up until later we have to use it. But the Mystic Pendant also doesn't seem to do anything, but it increases your magic regeneration. I may very well use this right up to the end of the game because I love that magic regeneration boost. It makes spells so much easier, it makes transformations last so much longer. It's just all around fantastic as an upgrade. So we really needed that. I always forget where that one was, but you know, it's important. Okay, let's see the Anak of Life thing. Let's see, here he is. So it improves the healing item power. So you can turn it on whenever you use a healing item, I guess is a good method for that. Because you know you can equip it anywhere you're going, unlike like a gene bank situation like Bioshock or something. So it's super advantageous. Basically, is all I'm saying. Anywho, we have the Mystic Pendant, so that is a major victory. The Boomerang's also a one-use item, so it's one use. I don't really see what the purpose is of using most of the one-use items, but that might just be me. Okay, let's see what's up here. Morning Star, also a one-use item, I believe. One-use item? Probably. Yeah, well, okay, let's see. Let's go on up here. It's nice to have holy water back. I wish this was the holy glasses, but instead it's just goggles, which, if we look at them compared to our other equipment, I don't think that they do anything special. See, they're actually lowering our defense, which we don't need to be any lower than it already is. Okay, so let's go up here, wing smash across, grab that extra heart. Oh, I guess we're at max, huh? Okay. So let's see where we are in the castle, apparently. So, okay. We can fly on to the top here. It'll be useful. But man, these skeletons could be annoying. They're like a rod throw thing. But yeah, as I was saying previously, the inverted castle has some. It's actually got some good parts to it. For the longest time, I couldn't see why anybody, could stand this game because of that section where level design's all broken and your weapons just prove to be useless against most of the enemies. But I think that's just the Chrysogram there that fixed it. Um, Maybe it's got a different name, but I think that the Chrysogram is what it's called there. I don't know. That super sword that fires like four per use, super useful. You can only obtain it in the long library. So what we're gonna do is an interesting run of Mist mostly through the well, let's see. We'll do mostly Mist as a run through for an interesting part of the game. Anyway, it's I know what I'm talking about here. So the we'll get past most of the caverns in the inverted castle in that manner, and it's pretty interesting. Uh, there's a number of things that should be in some of those bells. Never been able to find them, but that's what I think's up, right? Come on. Okay. Let's go on up here. Okay, right to the top. And I think we already explored this area, right? That's why everything's empty. No, not past me. Okay. Yeah. Oh man, when you try to use a spell and can't. uh, yeah. Well, overall, I think one of the things that really works for this game is simply, the versatility of Algard. The fact that you have the RPG elements balanced so well with the Metroidvania style, gameplay. Oh, I need my holy water. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Yeah. These guys with the long range, like the spear guards, too, are just annoying. Luckily, you can get the drop on most of these bats. I guess we could use the bat familiar against the bats, but, that'd be interesting. Oh, the garlic. I feel like the garlic's such a useless sub-weapon. It's just, it's just not practical compared to the other sub-weapons. But oh well. No, come on. I should probably check out some of the other Metroidvania Castlevania games at some point, but just haven't really done it yet. Symphony of the Night's just so good, Ugh. Yeah. Oh well. Let's see what to talk about next here. So much to cover. So, yeah, I think we have a pretty solid game plan for it, but I think that one of the nice things really just about getting the bat is how much it really unlocks for you in the game. You know, how much there is you can finally do once you have the bat and all, because there is so much. So, if you've noticed one of the side rooms we passed, we actually need a spike breaker to get through there. We have almost everything to get through there, but they have a cheap placement that makes you get the spike breaker first, which we're going to get and all, that'll be fine. Also in the inverted castle here, that would be the Medusa boss battle. I also noticed that all the inverted castle boss battles tend to just be the ones from the original Castlevania to at least some degree. You know, they're all they were all there in that game. The original though, I don't think is the kind of thing you want to play like Symphony of the Night, because I just think Symphony of the Night does a lot of things so much better. Because it really incorporates that proper metroidvania style gameplay and everything. And the original certainly did not do that. I can tell you that much. It was all just a platformer and whatnot. But that doesn't mean it wasn't fun or anything. It sure was. It's just it is what it is and all that. Okay, so once again, already explored, etc., etc. But this will actually get us close to the end of the game, I believe, is this section. Here we are. So you can actually go up and fight Richter right now if you want to end the game at this point, but you'll get the bad ending for it. So you probably don't want that, because it's also never going into the inverted castle or anything, which previously I would have argued for, but I actually found that it can be pretty fun with the chrysogram and all. So yeah, if I'm also pronouncing that name wrong, like just let me know in the comments, because yeah, I want to get my pronunciation for that right, but that's how it's spelled, so Okay, anyway, so we'll use that warp room in a minute. It's nice we have the Mystic Pendant. That was super useful. But we're going to grab a few other nifty things here. So one of them being the power of the mist, which we really need. So we're going to grab that in just a sec. So the first thing you can do is we're gonna have an extra boss battle we'll get in here. That'll be fun. Okay, so here you have the area right before, the final boss, or the final boss for the normal castle. You can just skip right to it, which I think is pretty interesting in this game. A lot of games, you have to get through all this linear progression necessary to get to it, but once you got the bat, you can go straight here if you want to end the game immediately. But that's the bad ending, as I said, so, yeah, I now want that. Also, you're missing out on just so much of the game, and, yeah. Okay, so we got a sword up here. I don't think that really anything besides the Holy Rod is that useful up until you can get, like, the Chrysogram, for example, but that might just be me and my own personal tastes. Okay, so first thing we're doing is we're going to fly all the way to the top here, go in here, because this is where we can get ourselves some level ups. So we got a level up here, there's a heart up over here. Here's the Ghost card, which is another familiar. As I said, though, the sword is really what we're going to be using for most of the rest of the game. We'll use the fairy during a number of tricky boss battles, but nothing should be that tricky for the rest of the game, really. Hardest stuff's behind us. Okay, so that's all good, and those guys are all, so we're done collecting that stuff. Now, you don't want to go too far here, though, because otherwise you'll trigger the Richter battle, and we don't want to do that. So let's hit the thing for the hidden staircase. So slide on up. And yeah, this is, what you might expect for the hidden staircase area. So you got a bunch of different foods to heal you during the battle and stuff. Some heart refresh materials. Let's see what we got over here. Some different potions, resist holy, and the platinum mail, which I think is a better mail than the holy mail. Let's see. Actually, it's not. It's worse by 1. Man. What was the point of me getting that? Oh well. But what really matters up here, the best upgrade to grab, is the, power of the mist, which we'll grab in just a second here. But make sure not to go past that door there, because that's the final boss battle, and we do not want to get there yet. But instead, go down here and try to avoid the fleamen who are flying around on their, birds and stuff. Hey, stop doing that. Hey, I'm just trying to fly here. Oh, no fly zone. Okay, once we get the power of the mist, this area becomes a lot less irritating, but we actually have the power of the mist in this area, so we need to go get it. Come on. Gravity jump. Okay. A little easier to use the D-pad for that sometimes. Okay, so I think we fell just a little too far for it. It's like right up here. There it is. Okay. So the power of the mist, you may think nothing of it, but this just lets it so your mist can fly, you know? Look at that. One of the nice things about mist flight, okay, mention this to all the flea guys we'll run into in a minute here, is the fact that you can't get damaged in this form, you know? So that makes it super advantageous. No damage. But that's even going to be even better once we get Gas Cloud in the Inverted Castle, because then you can do damage while having no chance of being damaged. I wonder how long you can actually, you know, if you have a high enough level, how well does that work against Dracula, I wonder. That's got to be interesting. Okay, why don't we go and battle, though, the right before final boss, you know? We'll grab a save for it, but afterwards, let's just do that, because there's not really a point in not. Also, I might skip most of the clock tower because I hate it. Honestly, it's just all the Medusa heads, all the trash you got to put up with there. It's, you know, if you can skip it, you can skip it, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to equip the Iron Shield, of course, and the Holy Rod. No, the Shield Rod, I mean. And yeah, you get a level up for all this, so why not just battle this boss right now, right? Yeah, and that's it. The shield rod is unbelievably powerful, so I think that's pretty obvious. Anyway, we're just doing that for the max up anyway, so yeah. But we'll get our jeweled knuckles back, and we'll get our holy rod back here. And we're good. Okay, simple boss battle, huh? And now we're going to head on down and over to back to Oronok's place or whatever. I'm gonna call him Oronok. I never pay attention to his name long enough to remember what it is. It starts with an O. It's got some weird letters in it, and that's about all I got. That guy. He's the only other vampire we actually see in this game besides Dracula. But yeah, this is his place. And the thing is, though, if you just travel through the main area, you don't see any of him. But he's actually in here, you know. Yeah, we'll just skip the gravity jumping. I should use the D-pad for that some more. But yeah, so mana prism. That's just the mana restore, I believe. Okay, resist fire. That could be useful. Fly on up a bit further. I think we have a luck potion here somewhere. There it is. Luck potion, which increases your luck. So that's going to be for like rare item drops, like the Chrysogrim, for example. So we're going to want it for that. Let's just wing smash our way past some of these guys. So we don't really need much from them. Ow, spikes. Man. Oh, my holy water. I think we have a jewel up here or something. Nah, it's a sword. Yeah, you can try out all these swords if you really want to. I just don't really see a need to do it because the Holy Rod's just so useful. I guess if you want to rely on Dark Metamorphosis and like lower health for the game, then you probably need a sword to actually cut some stuff. But otherwise, I just need like the sword familiar. And then of course the Chrysogram has a sword, so we need that, and we're gonna get that soon enough. But yeah, next time we're gonna battle the other vampire here. So I'll see you guys next time with the next video. Stay tuned.